Dave from Fouled Up Waterfowlers here. Today's episode, we're going to teach you to make a nice looking duck band dog collar for your best hunting partner. Paracord, Cobra weave, 4 inlaid leg bands. Looks sharp. Make sure you have a lot of pride in your dog when you're out on the field. All right, now let's review our equipment list. Pair of scissors, very sharp. A lighter, 4 duck leg bands, clasp. I do all my stuff off of a board. It's got a hook screwed into it so I can tie my knot and have some tension on it. First thing I do is just do a small overhand knot. I don't want too much coming out of there. About an inch at the most, 3/4 of an inch. I want about the same size as my latch. That's going to hook on the other side. So there's the first part. First thing we're going to do is cut our cord. I want to have 2 different colors of cord. Mostly for looks, and it also helps me keep straight which one's my over pull through cord. You want to make sure that your cord's cut to be 3 times the length of the collar. So in my case, I'm going to make about a 21-inch collar, so I'm going to have 63 inches or better of a line to make sure I don't run out. I'm going to use this green here, and I'm going to make some cuts again with a little lighter gray line. I think these colors look good together. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and melt these 2 so I can weld them together. I just take my Bic lighter, burn off the white, burns real. That silk will burn very quickly. I want to not let it burn so much as just melt down. It will turn black, which is okay with me. I don't mind that. Some people want to keep them white. If you want to keep them white, you got to keep the flame off them and just let them melt very slowly. Slower is the better. You can see it kind of gets glassy on top and kind of gets a rounded edge to them. Then I'm going to take them and push them together. Once I get them lined up, I want to push them together kind of hard. I'm going to let them just cool for a second, and then I'm going to use my fingers to kind of smash them and roll them to get the edges down. It's warm. Feel hot, but it's one of those things you can rub your hands together real quickly and get rid of that feeling. Now I'm going to start my tie. Bring the line underneath my braid. I'm setting on the main shaft of the collar. I pull where my weld is, I keep it right in the middle, close as I can to that top knot. Now, the line I'm going to make an S loop with is going to be the core color inside of the collar. The other line, which will be my through line, will come down under the S, under the collar, the main line, back up into that hole and pull up. One of the benefits of using 2 colors with this is I can keep my lines really straight, because after you've done this for a while, you'll start to wonder which line was my through line. The through line becomes, this one here, becomes the trim, and the core line, the one you make the S with, will be the center color, the thicker of the 2. Notice that I'm setting on my base line, the core line, because I want to keep that tight. It just makes everything work a little easier. I pull this very tight, the end of the stroke. Alright, so I got some of the cord going here. I'm going to go ahead and measure it. It's right at 4 inches. That's where I'm going to put my first leg band. So I take my leg band, slide it, both of the core color lines through it. Keep them straight. Sometimes they like to cross over. Keep them straight. Keep it tight. S with my top line. Go underneath the core line. Bring it up. Make it nice and snug. But I do not want the lines to go, the knot to come up over the edge. If I do it nice and tight, then I'll do another S below it. And just keep on doing the same. My second band, about 2.5 inches from the first band, because I want the bands on the top and side of the collar. Alright, and I'm at 10.5 inches, which is halfway to my 21-inch collar. So I bring the ring in, I measure from the edge of that band, last band, to where that ring is. That's 3.5 inches. So I want to bring it down 3.5 inches, put in my next band. That'll keep some symmetry to this collar, right there. I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to cut my line at right where I want that band to set, which is right there. I'm going to use the band to cover where I anchor my line back through. This time I don't mind if these things burn because I want them to get very wet. Once it's welded, I'm going to slide the last band up over that weld, and I'm going to continue the same pattern, pulling it down nice and tight, and that band will hide that weld, and that gives it a really nice finish. Alright, and I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to get the Cobra braid right up onto the clasp. So do it one more time here. Pull it very tight. Make sure it's very snug. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that with about 1/8 to 1/4 inch sticking out from that knot. I take my lighter and I'm going to melt that down and flatten it out. I like these parts to be black so I can burn it a little bit, but I got to be very careful I don't burn the rest of the knot, just that end. But I do need to get it good and melted, and then I'm going to use the scissors to flatten that out so it can't get pulled back through. These are incredibly strong, and I've had them that are sometimes, well, I've had some that are probably 4 years old, and I've never had knot come undone. Same thing with the call lanyards. They're very solid. Same thing to the other side. Melt it down. I want it to turn black, but I do not want to flare up to where it'll burn that knot. So I gotta keep a very close eye on it. Let it get glassy and rounded. That lets you know it's melted nicely. It's looking really good right there. And then I flatten it out. With a very nice, sharp looking collar. So there's Bear with its fouled up duck band dog collar. I think he looks pretty sharp. I can tell he feels better. And he can't wait to go out there and pick up some more bands. Well, as you can see, it doesn't take a lot of effort or a lot of tools or even a lot of skill to make yourself a really nice duck band dog collar. I know it'll make your goose getter a lot happier. And until I see you in the field, remember, be safe, be good, and be lucky.